The Black Yajurveda, Kanda 4, Prapathaka 6, Mantra 4, goes up to P. Swift like a bull, sharpening his horns, the warrior, fond to slaughter, disturber of the people, bellowing, unwinking, sole hero, Indra at once conquered 100 hosts. With the bellowing, unwinking, conquering, fighter, hard to overthrow, and daring Indra. With Indra do ye conquer, do ye withstand the foe, O heroes, with the strong one, who holds the arrows in his hands. He is mighty with those who have arrows in their hands and quivers. Indra, who joineth hosts with his band, conquering in combat, drinker of Soma, with many a band, with bow uplifted and shooter with well-drawn arrows. O Brihaspati, fly round with thy chariot, slaying the foe, driving away the enemy, defeating hosts, destroyer, victor in battle, be thou protector of our chariots, the cleaver of the cow stalls, finder of the cows, with the thunderbolt on his arm, victorious, crushing in might a host. Be heroes, O my fellows, like him. O comrades, follow in Indra's footsteps, conspicuous by might, strong, heroic, enduring, mighty, steadfast, dread, surpassing heroes and warriors born of strength. Do thou, winning kine, mount, O Indra, thy victorious car, in might penetrating the cow stalls, impetuous, the hero Indra, with wrath 100-fold, hard to resist, enduring in battle, overcomable, may he aid our enemies in the battles. Indra be their leader, and let Brihaspati, the sacrificial fee, the sacrifice in Soma, go before. Let the Marutas precede the hosts divine, that overthrow and conquer, of Indra the strong, of Varuna the king, of the Adityas, of the Marutas, the mighty host. The voice hath ascended of the gods, great-hearted, that shake the worlds as they conquer. Ours be Indra when the standards meet. Ours be the arrows that conquer. Ours be the heroes who are victors. And us do ye aid, O gods, at our invocations. Exalt our weapons, O bounteous one. Exalt the might of my warriors. Exalt the strength of the steed, O slayer of Vritra. Let the sound of the conquering chariots arise. Go ye forward, O heroes, conquer. Be your arms strong, may Indra accord you protection, that ye may be unassailable. Let loose, fly forward, O arrow, expelled with holy power. Go to our foes and enter them. Not one of them do thou spare. Thy vital parts I clothe with armor. May Soma the king cover thee with immortality. Space broader than broad be thine. May the gods take delight in thy victory, when the arrows fly together like boys unshorn. Then may Indra, slayer of foes, accord us protection forever. And the idea that deity does things with us or through us is why we consciously connect to it by doing things in the name of, according to the principles of, dedicating to afterwards anything that's worthwhile to do. It's why we may say things like, if God wills. Mantra 4, 6, 5 goes up to you. Along the eastern quarter do thou advance, wise one. Be thou, O Agni of Agni, the harbinger here. Illumine with thy radiance all the regions. Confer strength on our bipeds and quadrupeds. Mount ye with Agni to the vault, bearing him of the pan in your hands, having gone to the ridge of the sky, to the heaven. Do ye eat, mingled with the gods? From earth have I mounted to the atmosphere. From the atmosphere have I mounted to the sky. From the ridge of the vault of the sky have I attained the heaven, the light. Going to the heaven, they look not away. They mount the sky, the two worlds. They who, extended wisely, the sacrifice, streaming on every side. O Agni, advance, burst of worshippers. Eye of gods and mortals, pressing on in unison with the Bregos, let the sacrificers go to heaven, to prosperity. Night and the dawn, one-minded, but of various form, united suckle one child. The radiant one shineth between sky and earth. The gods, granters of wealth, support Agni. O Agni of 1,000 eyes, of 100 heads, 100 are thy expirations, 1,000 thine inspirations. Thou art Lord of wealth, 1,000-fold. To thee, as such, let us pay homage for strength. Hail! Thou art the winged bird, sit on the earth, sit on the ridge of the earth. With thy blaze, fill the atmosphere. With thy light, establish the sky. With thy brilliance, make firm the quarters. Receiving offering, fair face, O Agni, sit down in front, in thine own birthplace, in due order, in this higher place. O all gods, do you sit with the sacrificer. Enkindled, O Agni, shine before us. O most youthful, with unfailing beam, ever upon thee strength awaiteth. Let us pay homage to thee in thy highest birth, O Agni. Let us pay homage with praises in thy lower abode. The place of birth whence thou didst come, to that I offer. In thee, when kindled, they offer the oblations. That various loving kindness given to all men. Of Savitar the adorable I choose. That mighty fat cow of his, which Kanda milked, streaming with 1,000 draughts of milk. 7 are thy kindling sticks, O Agni. 7 thy tongues. 7 seers, 7 dear abodes. 7 hotras, 7-fold sacrifice to thee. 7 birthplaces with ghee do thou fill. Such like, other like, thus like, similar, measured, commensurate, harmonious, of pure radiance, of varied radiance, of true radiance, the radiant, true, protector of holy order beyond distress, winning holy order, winning truth, host conquering, having a good host, with foes within, with foes afar, the troop, holy order, true, secure, supporting, supporter, upholder, upholding, such like, thus like, do ye come to us, similar and equal, measured and commensurate, to aid us, harmonious at this sacrifice. O Marutas, on Indra attend the divine folk, the Marutas, even as the divine folk, the Marutas, attend on Indra, so may the folk divine and human attend on this sacrificer. So, we're using Indra as a name of something beyond the light beings. The light beings are the servants of. And would the Marutas be the good jinn? You know, the good asuras and rakshasas and pitschas. The horse sacrifice. Meter 466 goes up to you. As of a thundercloud is the face of the warrior, as he advanceth to the lap of the battles. Be victorious with unpierced body. Let the might of thine armor protect thee. By the bow cows, by the bow, the contest may we win. By the bow, dread battles may we win. The bow doth work displeasure to the foe. By the bow let us win in all the quarters. As if about to speak, it approacheth the ear. embracing its dear comrade like a woman, this bowstring twangeth, stretched over the bow, saving in the battle. They coming together as a maiden to the assembly, as a mother her child, shall bear the arrow in their lap. In unison shall they pierce the foes, these two ends springing asunder the enemies. Father of many daughters, many his sons, he whizzeth as he goeth to battle. The quiver slung on the back, yielding its content, doth conquer every band and army. Standing on the chariot, he guideth his steeds before him. Wheresoever he desireth, good charioteer, the might of the reins do ye admire. The reins behind obey the mind of the driver. Shrilly the strong hooved horses neigh, as with the cars they show their strength, trampling with their forefeet the enemy. They unflinchingly destroy the foe. The chariot bearer is his oblation by name, where is deposited his armor and his weapon. Then may we sit on the strong car all the days with friendly hearts, the fathers with pleasant seats, granting strength, a support in trouble, mighty and profound, with varied hosts, with arrows to strengthen them, free, with real heroes, broad conquerors of hosts. The Brahmins, the fathers worthy of the Soma, and sky and earth unequaled be propitious to us. May Pushan guard us from misfortune, us that prosper holy order. Do thou guard, may no foe overpower us. A feather her garment, a deer her tooth, tied with cowhide, she flieth, shot forth. Where men run together and apart, there may the arrows accord us protection. Thou a straight path avoid us. Be our body as of stone. May Soma flavor us, and Aditya grant protection. Their backs it smites, their thighs it belabors. O horsewhip, do you stimulate the skilled horses in the battles? Like a snake with its coils, it encircleth his arm. Fending off the friction of the bowstring, let the hand guard, knowing all cunning, manfully guard the man on all sides. O Lord of the forest, be strong of limb, our comrade, efficacious of great strength. Thou art tied with cowhide, be thou strong. Let him that mounteth thee conquer what is to be conquered. From sky, from earth is might collected, from trees is strength gathered. The might of the waters, surrounded with the kine. Indra's thunderbolt, the chariot, do thou adore with oblation. The thunderbolt of Indra, the face of the Marutas, the embryo of Mitra, the navel of Varuna. Do thou, accepting this our sacrifice, O chariot divine, take to thyself the oblations. Roar to earth and sky, but the scattered world beware of thee in many places. Do thou, O drum, in unison with Indra and the gods, drive away the foe further than far. Roar thou, grant us force and might, thunder overthrowing obstacles. Snort away, O drum, misfortune hence. Indra's fist art thou, show thy strength, drive to us those, and these make to come to us. The drum speaketh aloud for a signal of battle. Our heroes winged with steeds meet together. Be our chariotmen victorious. And there are other ways to stimulate the behavior you want from animals than whipping them and spurring them and stuff. At times that may be necessary, but that shouldn't be the front runner of it, right? So previously we had this, the varieties and the blending of the varieties, but here we have a force as one going forth distinct from the other variety. Enter 4, 6, 7 goes up to N. When first thou didst cry on birth, arising from the ocean are the dust, the wings of the eagle, the limbs of the gazelle. That is thy feigned birth, O steed. The steed given by Yama hath Trita yoked. It Indra first mounted. The bridle of it the Gandharva grasped. O Vasus, from the sun ye fashioned the steed. Thou art Yama. O steed, thou art Aditya. Thou art Trita, thy secret ordinance. Thou art entirely separated from Soma. 3 they say are thy bonds in the sky. 3 they say are thy bonds in the sky. 3 in the waters. 3 within the ocean, and like Varuna, to me thou appearest, O steed. Where, say they, is thy highest birthplace? Thee O swift one, are thy cleansings, these the placings down of thy hooves in victory. Here I have seen of thy fair ropes. Which the guards of holy order guard. The self of thee with my mind I proceed from afar, flying with wings from below through the sky. Thy head I saw speeding with wings on paths fair and dustless. Here I saw thy highest form, eager to win food in the footstep of the cow. When a mortal man pleaseth thy taste, then most greedily dost thou consume the plants. Thee follows the chariot, thee the lover, O steed, thee the kind, thee the portion of maidens. Thy friendship, the companion that companies have sought. The gods, like pigs, have imitated thy strength. Golden his horns, iron his feet. Swift as thought, Indra was his inferior. The gods came to eat his oblation. Who first did master the steed, full-haunched of slender middle, the heroic divine steeds tie together like cranes in rows. When the horses reach the divine coursing place, thy body is fain to fly, O steed. Thy thought is like the blowing wind. Thy horns are scattered in many places. They wander busy in the woods. To the slaughter the swift steed hath come, pondering with pious mind. The goat his kin has led before. Behind him come the sages to sing. To his highest abode hath the steed come. To his father and his mother, today do thou go, most welcome to the gods. Then boons shall he assign to the generous. And one of the things that we encounter is the open and the secret way in which identities are formed. Mantra 4, 6, 8 goes up to L. Let not Mitra, Varuna, Aryaman, Ayu, Indra, Rupukshan, the Marutas disregard us, when we shall proclaim before the assembly the might of the strong God-born steed, when they bear before him covered with a garment and with wealth. The gift they have seized, the goat, all formed bleating, goeth straight to the dear stronghold of Indra and Pushan. This goat is led before the strong steed, as sharer of Pushan, connected with the all-gods, when Tavashtar impels him as an acceptable sacrifice, together with the steed for fair renown. When men thrice lead round in due season, the steed going to the gods as an acceptable offering, then first goeth Pushan's share, the goat announcing the sacrifice to the gods, Hotar, Advaryu, atoner, fire kindler, holder of the stone, and skilled reciter. With this well-prepared sacrifice, well offered do ye fill the channels, the cutters of the stake, the bearers of the stake, and they that fashion the taut piece for the stake of the horse, and they that collect the cooking pot for the steed. May their approval quicken us. He hath come forth, efficacious hath been my prayer, to the regions of the gods, straight-backed, In him the sages, the seers rejoice. For the prosperity of the gods, a good friend have we made. The bond of the strong one, the tie of the steed, the head stall, the rope of him, and the grass placed in his mouth. May all of thine be with the gods. Whatever of the horse's raw flesh the fly eateth, whatever on the chip or the axe hath struck, whatever is on the hands, the nails of the slayer. May all these of thine be with the gods, the refuse that bloweth forth from the belly, the smell of raw flesh. Let the slayers see that in order. Let them cook the fat to a turn, whatever flieth away from thy limb, as it is cooked by the fire when thou art spitted. Let it fall not on earth, nor on the grass, be that given to the eager gods. And so, when we have this spiritual consciousness and what we do, what seems lost materially is still over the cause. Mantra 469 goes up to L. Those who watch for the cooking of the strong one and call out, "It is fragrant, take it out," and who wait to beg for the meat of the steed, may their approval quicken us, the trial spoon of the meat cooking pot, the vessels to hold the juice, the coverings of the dishes for warming, the hooks, the crates attend the steed, the starting place, the sitting down, the turning, the hobbles of the steed, what it hath drunk, what it hath eaten as fodder. May all these of thine be with the gods. May Agna, smoke-smelling, not make thee crackle. May not the radiant pot be broken, smelling, offered, delighted in, approved, offered with the Vashat cry. The gods accept the horse. The garment they spread for the horse, the upper garment, the golden trappings, the bond of the steed, the hobble, as dear to the gods they offer. If one hath smitten thee, riding thee, driven with force, with heel or with whip, as with the ladle, the parts of the oblation in the sacrifice, so with holy power all these of thine I put in order. The 34 ribs of the strong steed, kin to the gods the axe meeteth. Skillfully do ye make the joints faultless. Declaring each part do you cut it asunder. One carver is there of the steed of Tavashtar. 2 restrainers are there, so is the use. Those parts of thy limbs that I place in order, those in balls I offer in the fire. Let not thy dear self distress thee as thou comest. Let not the axe stay in thy body. May no greedy, skillless carver, missing the joints, mangle thy limbs with the knife. Thou dost not die, indeed thou art not injured. On easy paths thou goest to the gods. The bays, the dappled ones, have become thy yoke fellows. The steed Bath stood under the yoke of the donkey. Wealth of kind for us may the strong one grant. Wealth in horses, men and sons, and every form of prosperity may Aditya confer on us. Sinlessness, kinship for us may the horse rich in offering gang. I should have said grant in parentheses. And remember, the animal sacrifices, the consumption of meat, is probably the most important thing by which a person should, spiritualize the whole process. What the animal eats or doesn't eat. The treatment of the animal beforehand. It's not just slaughtering the animal and, you've eaten it, it's a sacrifice. It's the whole process. Now, I'm not saying that some of the things about the process that I've brought up before are things I'm encouraging.